Hi guys, welcome back. My name is Reese Rose and I'm here to bring a message to whomever this resonates with. Let's see what we got here in the in the tower card. Whoa, I was gonna say the tarot. I meant to say the tarot. I was about to say the tower card. But okay, in the tarot cards. Tower. So tower could be significant. I'm gonna hold on to that though. Let's get into what these cards gotta say though. Two of Pentacles reverse. Queen of Pentacles. Nine of Swords reverse. That's actually this could be a good thing. We're gonna hop into the money deck in a second. If any of you guys felt off balance, like you didn't know how to, like you were losing yourself a little bit. You may have slacked on your self-care, like you weren't nurturing yourself the way you normally would. You weren't tapping into loving yourself. Maybe you slacked on your diet, started eating a little more of the wrong things. This could have been as of recent. I'm not talking about now. Because I see now that you're no longer doing that, all right? So you were in a hole before where you kind of lost yourself. And it wasn't too much of a loss, but you slipped a little bit. Maybe you got comfortable. Maybe you got comfortable with your status and thinking that it'll be there, but this is maintenance. You have to keep it up. So you slacked a little bit on it, keeping it up, all right? And for my divine beings, you guys know that caring for yourself is absolutely linked to your wealth, because cleanliness is godliness. So if you're taking very care of yourself, if you're taking very care of your vessel, if you care about God's child, because you're God's child, correct? So it's beautiful to love on others, yes, because we see others as God's children. We love others because these are God's children, right? But so are you. So you love yourself, and you love yourself first. And you have to consistently do it, and you have to do it at a rate where you know who you are, because polishing yourself is in turn like aiding in the collective. You're actually helping the outside world when you help yourself. When you give to yourself, when you make yourself feel good, everybody else gets to feel good now. If you're having a shitty day, if you're having a horrible day, then chances are you might curse somebody out, you might get road rage, somebody might get the finger, you might get an attitude, like you might walk by a piece of trash instead of, trying to pick it up and helping Mama Earth. These are things that we could tweak, we could fine tune in the small things and the grounding aspect of it by taking care of ourselves, okay? So if you slipped away from that recently, you may have, I see why. It's because the Two of Pentacles is the first card that led, it's reversed. You were off balance, you were ungrounded. That definitely causes an imbalance. Always remember that if you find yourself not caring for yourself, not tapping into, if you have a skincare routine, it doesn't even have to be a skincare routine. If you have any type of routine, just remember that if you're not sticking to that, when you're not honoring your word, when you're not caring for yourself, when you're not loving on yourself, when you're not going to therapy consistently, when you're not checking in on your health visits, when you're not just all these things that hold you accountable in regards to like keeping you good, in regards to your maintenance, when you're not doing these things, that is an absolute imbalance. When you're like, oh, I'll do it later, I won't do it right now, I don't feel like it, and you get a whole bunch of I don't feel like it's, like your pile ups, like it just piles up. Your I don't feel like it's just end up piling up. And that's not good. So when that period happens, just know that you are in balance, and the easy way to tap back into this is just to do it. Just to go ahead and show up. Make sure that you meditate in the morning. Make sure that you're consistent with your prayers. Make sure that you're doing the things for you that you need to do to care for yourself, because cleanliness is godliness. All of this stuff is linked to your wealth. So if you're imbalanced like this, a Two of Pentacles reversed, again, it is a pentacle card. So it is reversed. You can see that there is an imbalance. You best believe there will be an imbalance with your finances. We don't want that, right? We don't. So I'm also getting that it probably is like, no, it's not probably. It is. It was. You had to give to yourself better. You're caring for yourself a lot more. You're saying no to a lot of things that are poisonous to you, like artificial things, processed things, instant things. A lot of you let go of fast food lately. We're just dumping yourself with BS, like just dumping BS into your body before and just sitting on it, like none of you guys were washing it away, detoxing it away. Y'all kind of just were comfortable with, I don't know, like just this laziness about it. There's just this, I don't know, sometimes that happens. You could have felt that way because you've gotten to a point where you've reached, like, you felt like, well, I'm good. This is going to always be this way. Well, I've reached this point. Well, so like, let me just chill here for a second. But when we reach our goal, when we get to new heights, yeah, it feels good. And yeah, we're no longer where we were. Things feel a lot lighter, but you have to maintain that and you have to keep that going. And it only gets lighter and lighter and lighter. Again, the feather of my yacht. I don't even want, well, I'm saying again for that. I don't even think I mentioned my yacht on this channel before. Hey, my yacht. My yacht has entered the chat, y'all. Hey, boo. The feather of my yacht, to be as light as the feather. I'm going to get into that another time too. I want to start getting into videos aside from tarot. There is a lot of things that I talk about within my tarot, a lot of knowledge that I just be dropping sometimes that I want to elaborate more on in case people are tuning in and they don't necessarily know. However, I don't want to stray away from the message too much. But yes, to love yourself endlessly and to keep it up, to maintain this. It is all a cycle. It's a circle. It's all working as one. When you tune into all of these things, just keep it up. Just keep it up. The minute you feel like, oh, I don't feel like it, just try. Just try to do a little bit and see where that little bit gets you. And it's going to get you somewhere. It's going to get you past a point. You're going to constantly progress. It's inevitable. You have no choice. When you work harder at something, when you put in more time, when you double your hours, that is you polishing yourself, and you're absolutely going to be better than where you were before because you're perfecting it. You're trying. You're doing something. You're constantly at it. That's repetition. And that's consistency and repetition. Let's see. All right, yeah, I'm seeing here that okay, but so you're dead ass about it. I see here some diplomacy. So boom with the staff. Like you're very like I said what I said, but you're just doing it. King of Wands, suit of action. King of Wands, like you're absolutely doing this. You're dead ass. So like you're like, nah, I'm making this happen. You know what? Like I felt myself slip. I'm going to be honest with myself. I have no problem being that transparent with myself and letting myself know that we have to make a change. We got to do something about this. We got to tap back into ourselves because that is linked to our finances. You could have seen an actual a correlation between your finances recently by not doing anything, which is why, oh no, that's not this reading. Okay, so recently, the reading prior to this, I tapped into a reading where I was saying how there could have been a period of burnout as far as the finances, and some people may have been tapping into their shadow side, their darker side, in regards to making some fast money, to making something happen, like instantly. And so here I'm just really seeing how you just didn't tap into yourself, okay? Like you it's not that you let yourself go, because it hasn't been that long of a period. It was kind of quick. You caught yourself really, really fast. This Nine of Swords is the overall energy, but it's in reverse. All right, so you were you were also like, dang, you were feeling down upon yourself, about yourself too. Like, yo, I wish I could do better. I want to do better. Why am I not tapping into what I need to tap into? Why are things feeling so like off for me? How come I can't make things shake? But that's because you put yourself in that position, baby. The Nine of Swords, it's like, especially where it is like what we're talking about too. It's in reverse, so that's good. That means like you're no longer there. You released yourself from that. There's been a release. But you were keeping yourself up at night, like wishing and wanting to be, because you felt yourself slip a little bit, and you're like, man, I wanna fill that gap. I wanna close that gap. I wanna be better again. I wanna feel better again. Yeah. But you didn't really, you ain't tap into it all the way. At least before you didn't. Now you did. Now you're looking good. All right, we got the Fool next to the Strength, and those are both reversed. Okay, I'm getting like to tap into your inner strength. Even though these are in reverse, and I already talked about the negatives about the situation here, how you felt imbalanced, and that was because you weren't tapping into your self-care, your nurturing side, the investment into yourself. You weren't nurturing yourself the way you needed to, and all that was linked to your wealth, so you felt it. But with the Strength reverse, yeah, it's like this inner love for yourself. Like, you love yourself, of course, which is why you were able to pull yourself to this Queen of Pentacles like status level. However, you have to keep loving yourself, love yourself some more, so that you keep it up, so that you keep going. Like, you wanted to just get out of that period before. Like, you loved yourself to move away from something, but it's not about the moving away from something. You have to love yourself to always want to go towards your North Node, and that's how we keep it going. That's how the Strength gets upright and the Fool gets upright. Like, we keep all of that going, okay? Because it's not enough to reach a point and just be like, oh yeah, I made it, because you're still here, you're still on this earth, so you have more to do. So don't just sit here and coast. Grow more. Learn some more. You're abundant as hell. Create more. See what you can do. Add to the earth. Give more to the earth. There's a lot of shitty around here, okay? Like, there's enough shitty on this earth, but there's also a lot of beautiful, and that beautiful was created. So was the shitty, but like, we create the beautiful so we can outdo the shitty, or at least balance it, okay? What is the world without the balance? We have the yin and yang, woman and a man. We have balance everywhere. So it is our duty to do our part, and for as long as we are here, to keep doing it, okay? It starts with self. The world is going to benefit in a better place. The world is a better place when you give to yourself first. If you've seen a dip in your finances, this is why, boo. Let's see what's in the finances before we dip. You seen a dip in your finances? This is why, boo. Let's see what's in the finances before we dip. I didn't even notice that. Y'all like how I did that there? Okay. All right, hold up. Business. Let's get down to business. To defeat the hunt. All right. Ooh, yeah, setbacks. Business setbacks. And they're saying you got to get down to business, but hold on, because that setbacks is going along what I was saying about how you felt that. You felt the drawback, and that's because you weren't really like, into yourself the way you were, the way you needed to. You'll notice now, oh, you try to get away, hold on. You'll notice now that you're tapping more back into yourself, that your finances will get a little spark, all right? And you'll get a lot clearer now. You'll get a lot focused. You'll want to tap into all of this energy. So with this business card here that came out and leading, it's like you're a healthy move that you're making by doing this, and it's a good one too. You're tweaking things, you're coming up with things, you're getting different avenues of income. You're lucrative too. Like, you're going to be doing things when you're making your money in your sleep. A lot of you guys could be coming up with digital products. something online. Like the online world is crazy right now. The online world is crazy right now. And I'm seeing, to make $1 is super easy. So you might be getting a lot of downloads like that now that you're tapping back into your self-care, because cleanliness is godliness. If you have all these things on your mind, Source will be working for you. Source will give you the exact instructions, exactly what to do for you to carry out, and go ahead and do it with this business card, okay? Don't do it off the idea of lack with this setbacks here. I see that the setbacks were there, and you may have been in your head about it. This woman, right? Well, it's a man. This man has his head down. His hands is in his head as if he's like just scratching his head, like not knowing what to do, just over it. And honestly, it's looking like he's losing some hair for real. This looks like his hairline is receding. On this hair, this dude's hairline is receding too. So like a lot of you guys, I may be talking to a male right now. I may be talking to my masculines. Guys, it is very important and very imperative that y'all tap into y'all self-care too. That is not just for women. I'm not telling you to go get a facial. I'm not telling you to go get a manicure. And if you do, that is literally okay, because it is that's maintenance, that's hygiene, that's literally okay. But I'm not saying to dive into a self-care routine where you have to have a spa day. What I am saying though is y'all sometimes forget to take care of yourselves, thinking that, oh, it's just a woman thing. If you have hair, all I gotta do is wash my hair. All I gotta do is make sure that my skin is hydrated and I'm good. No. And self-care is more than just skincare routines and in yoga sessions. It has a lot to do with your mind. Are you investing into your mind too? That is also self-care. Are you meditating? Are you making sure that you are listening to the right things? If you're listening to a podcast, or hell, a reading, this is podcast style right now. But if you're listening to a reading, is it feeding you? If you're listening to your friends, and your friends have nothing but gossip to talk about, or slander, what exactly are you feeding your soul? How are you nurturing yourself? How are you growing? If you are reading, what are you reading? Are you just reading tabloids, or are you reading healthy books? Are you reading news articles that just feed you violence and negativity all day? Or are you reading the Bible? Or what exactly are you reading that could feed you at that moment? Something that you can take from it that you can benefit off of later on. All right. Oof. Where did I just go with that? I don't know where I just went with that one. I just dove real quick into that one. Got a little lightheaded too as I channeled that. All right. So Peacemaker. Yeah. Look. You are being called to apply diplomacy and tact to a difficult situation. Didn't I say that about this King of Wands? Didn't I say that? Yeah, man. Okay, so like, remember what was like, yo, you're dead ass. You're very dead ass. And especially you guys got to see this business card. This dude, he's so on it. Like, he just looks super clean. His legs is like, he has his legs crossed over with his notepad, and he's writing notes, his glasses. He looks very on point, okay? Very on point. Whole point Dexter kind of like, kind of vibe here. But okay. So that is in line with business. Like, you're dead ass. You're getting down to business. You're getting down to the nitty gritty. No more are you BSing. You're serious now. All right, because you're seeing what has been coming of it. And you don't want to sit in that. You don't want to deal with that. The Rebel. That's fun. Oh, how fun. The Rebel in line with setback. Okay, so like, that's not fun. Let me take that back. I just love that card. I'm sorry. But okay, let me talk about the real reason why this card came out. This is in line with setback. You've neglected yourself a little bit. The Rebel with setback, you've rebelled. You've lost sight of the mission here. You're like, cause I saw a post. I think it was on Bossy's page. Was it Bossy Brujas? I mentioned her a couple of times on this channel, but she was talking about how, I think someone said like, yo, after we give offerings to our ancestors, is that it? Like, do we have to keep going? Like, is that we have to keep giving offerings? And her response was, yo, don't you want to? But because like a lot of the times people get so interested in manifestation, and I'll be like, yeah, you could cheat a little bit, you could tap in and make reality bend for you, you could make all this stuff happen. And they're like, all right, so how do I do it? And they just want to cut corners. Do a money spell for me. Do this, do that. But it's not just do this, do that. You have to understand that you are one with the universe. And until you actually get that, until you are actually rooted in that, then your money spell, your money ritual, and none of that is going to work for you. Your wand is going to shut off every time you flick it. Nothing's going to come out. Nothing. Okay? So you have to remember that. Got to remember that when it comes to manifesting. The rebel, you can't just stray away from the mission. You can't just stop giving to your divine ass self, to your magical ass self. If you don't give to your magical ass self, then who will? A lot of people don't even know how to do that because they're not magical them damn self. So how are they going to know to feed your magic? You have to feed your magic all the time. It has to be a lifestyle. It's not a habit. It's not a skill. It's not a talent. It's not just a gift. It has to truly be a lifestyle when you tap into this. There's no ski mask way, get money quick ski mask way. When you make it work for you after you've done the work, yes, then it comes easy. Then you are like my yacht, when everything is light as a feather and you can manifest like that. You don't feel the weight of anything because you have done the work. But that's not instant because you put your time in. That is what you've invested. That's the time right there. That's the time right there. So when you get to the point where you can immediately manifest, it's not people look at that and they're like, oh, she do that magic and that's how she's able to do that. I'm gonna tap into the magic and how come it's not working for me? That's because you didn't put the time in. Yes, I could instantly make this happen, but it took practice for me to make sure that I'm even able to know how to do this. And you have to keep that up. You can't let that go. That's not something you just let go. You have to make sure that you always feed that so that it can continuously be there. So continuously be that. When you don't use it, you lose it. All right, what's this? We out of here. Odd jobs. Yes. Fun. So I got excited when I saw this Rebel card and I excused it because I wanted to tap back into the reading. I didn't want to stray away too far, but the reason why I like this card so much is because it's the money deck and there's a Rebel card in there because there are many ways to make what you need to make work for you. You can even tap in so much that you have favor work for you. Some people are getting by paying nothing at the freak all. God is literally carrying them through life. Shit happens like that, yo. It happens like that. So I love this Rebel here because don't let anybody tell you how something can work for you. Don't let you tell you. Sometimes we could blind our damn selves by looking outside and being like, well, I'm going to how do I want to say it? I'm going to, because some people, you put yourself in a box by thinking, oh, this is the only way I can make some money right now. This is the only job that I can apply to right now that could work for me right now. Or this is the only way. No, it's not the only way. There are taboo ways of doing things. And it's 2025. There are loads of ways of making money. That's why there's so much increase in inflation, because they know that now and everybody's getting money. Everybody's getting quick. There are a lot of people who are figuring it out and they're doing it in their sleep. They're making money. They're flipping it. They are multiplying it. Have y'all seen the rise of billionaires recently in the past 15 years? A billionaire is very easy to come by when you're A-list, easy. Before it used to be so scarce, oh my God, you're a billionaire? How much? And it was such a low value number too. 5.5 billion. Wow, that's so much bread. Now, people are in the bukus of the billions. People have money, okay? And they're seeing that now, how easy it is to make $1. If you keep yourself closed in this box, then you're not going to be able to access that. You can have access to the infinite when you nurture yourself, tap into yourself, and let God basically do the work for you. You tap into yourself, you take care of your vessel. We are God. God resides in us. So when you take care of God's child, which is you, where God resides, okay, that is a vessel of God. God will work for you. Regardless what your situation is, regardless of what you want. Make sure it's what you want. Because then you'll just waste time. Then you just BS and waste time. You're still here. Make sure you're doing something that you actually want to do. All right. And when you lock in and figure out what you want to do, align all that. Align all that. Who cares if it's odd? Who cares if it's different? Make it work for you. They lied to you when they told you that there's only one way to do it. School, this, and that. It's the doctors and the lawyers who make the no. You can do whatever you want to do. Tap in. All right. I love y'all. Bye.